We are often told that confidence means standing out, being admired, being noticed. But no one warns us about the quiet danger hiding beneath that desire. No one tells us that the need for approval can slowly steal our freedom. Stoicism teaches something radically different. It teaches that ego is not strength, it is vulnerability. The more you need to be seen, praised, validated, or accepted, the more power others hold over your emotions, your choices, and your peace. Today, we will explore 12 essential Stoic lessons that reveal why ego is the enemy of peace, how approval becomes a form of control, and how a disciplined inner life restores calm, strength, and independence. Let us begin. Lesson 1. Ego trades peace for attention. The Stoics believe that peace comes from alignment with reason, not applause. Ego demands recognition. Peace requires self-sufficiency. When your happiness depends on how others see you, your emotional state becomes fragile. Praise lifts you briefly. Criticism destroys you instantly. Epictetus warned that anyone who can disturb your mind becomes your master. Approval-seeking hands that power away freely. A Stoic does not reject praise, but they do not need it to stand upright. Lesson 2. The need for approval makes you predictable. When people know what you crave, they know how to control you. Compliment the ego, and it follows. Threaten the image, and it obeys. Stoicism teaches unpredictability through independence. The person who acts from principle, not validation, cannot be manipulated with flattery or fear. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily to act according to virtue, not reputation. The more you detach from approval, the less leverage the world has over you. Lesson 3. Ego turns opinions into chains. Most suffering does not come from events. It comes from interpretation. Ego magnifies opinions into verdicts. A careless comment becomes an insult. A disagreement becomes rejection. Stoicism teaches us to separate what is said from what matters. Other people's opinions are external. Your character is not. A mind enslaved to opinion can never be free. Lesson 4. Ego distracts you from your own life. When you live for approval, your attention constantly drifts outward. You monitor reactions, you adjust behavior, you edit yourself. Stoicism demands the opposite. Attention turned inward, toward intention, discipline, and action. Seneca warned that a man busy pleasing others has no time left to live. Peace grows where focus returns home. Lesson 5. Ego makes you defensive. Instead of disciplined, ego reacts. Stoicism responds. When approval matters too much, every challenge feels personal. Every correction feels like an attack. The Stoic trains to observe without flinching, to pause, to choose reason over reflex. True strength is not proving yourself, it is governing yourself. Lesson 6. Ego confuses image with identity. Ego asks, how do I look? Stoicism asks, how do I live? Image is fragile. Identity is built through action. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a man should care less about appearing good and more about being good. When identity is rooted in character, approval becomes optional. Lesson 7. Ego keeps you dependent on others. Approval addiction creates emotional dependency. You wait to feel worthy. You wait to feel chosen. You wait to feel enough. Stoicism breaks that cycle. The Stoic learns to generate worth internally through effort, integrity, and consistency. Freedom begins the moment validation stops being required. Lesson 8. Ego turns relationships into transactions. When approval is the goal, relationships become performances. You give to be liked. You agree to be accepted. You stay silent to avoid rejection. Stoicism teaches honest presence. It values relationships grounded in mutual respect, not emotional bargaining. Peaceful connections require no acting. Lesson 9. Ego makes criticism feel fatal. A person ruled by ego cannot hear feedback. Every critique threatens their self-image. The Stoic welcomes correction because growth matters more than pride. Epictetus advised treating criticism like training, not punishment. Ego protects comfort. Stoicism builds resilience. Lesson 10. Ego weakens self-trust. When approval becomes the compass, inner guidance fades. You hesitate. You second-guess. You look outward for permission. Stoicism restores self-trust by grounding decisions in values, not reactions. A person who trusts their principles does not need constant reassurance. Lesson 11. Ego makes peace. Conditional ego says, I will be calm when they approve of me. I will be happy when I am recognized. I will be at peace when I am admired. Stoicism says, peace is available now. Not after praise, not after success, not after acceptance. Peace belongs to the disciplined mind. Lesson 12. Ego keeps you small. The final cost of ego is subtle. It limits growth. You avoid discomfort to protect image. You avoid solitude to escape self-confrontation. You avoid silence because there is no applause there. But Stoicism teaches that silence is strength, solitude is clarity, and humility is power. The less you need to be seen, the more you truly see. Stoicism does not ask you to disappear. It asks you to become unshakable. When ego loosens its grip, peace stops being fragile. Approval stops being currency, and freedom becomes internal. Remember this, the world can only control what you are afraid to lose. When you stop chasing validation, you reclaim your mind. And a calm mind, governed by reason and discipline, is the greatest power a person can possess. And if you haven't already, don't forget to check out our ebook about Stoicism and how to apply it in your own life. Subscribe for a daily dose of Stoic wisdom and growth.